Well, it's a start of a brand new practice week for the Buffalo Bills. They're gearing up for their Week 11 contest against the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 3-5-1 on the season, with the Bills being 4-5 on the year. It could be an elimination game of sorts, especially seeing as how the Bills are 2.5 games out of the final AFC wildcard spot. So a lot on the line. Not only in this upcoming game, but also in practice this week. Monday, Rex Ryan kind of set the tone by saying, hey, there's going to be some jobs up for grabs this week in practice. He alluded to the offensive line. He looked at the secondary. And really, those are the only two position groups that are seeing potential turnover from one guy to the next. And we'll start with the secondary because, quite frankly, that got all the headlines on Monday when we saw Ronald Darby, the team's second-year player, very talented player, was close to being Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2015. He was missing reps with the first team, and those were given to journeyman veteran Corey White. Now, Rex Ryan was asked quite a bit about Ronald Darby today, and essentially Rex Ryan went out and said, hey, he's not here to make friends. He's out here with one sole purpose, and that is to win games. So whether that means starting Darby or Corey White, whoever he believes is more worthy of the opportunity, then that man will be the starter. Now, I can't say that I agree with that line of thinking because I think you need to take a little bit of a longer view about this sort of thing. But when you have a talented player like Ronald Darby, and he has struggled at times so far this season, that much is for sure. But when you have a player of his caliber, you need to help him work through all of these things and help him become the player that he was last year, as opposed to just saying, all right, well, you're not doing well enough. We're in a playoff race. Just sit down. I think that's the wrong move here because he has so much untapped potential, and not to mention the fact that he's actually performed better than Corey White when White has been on the field so far this year. That's one spot we're looking at. Another one is safety, because Robert Blanton, who has filled in for Aaron Williams ever since the starter went down with a neck injury, was placed on injured reserve, Blanton has stepped in and has not looked good so far as a starter for the Buffalo Bills. They went out and signed James Ehedebo from free agency on Tuesday, and just by judging the way Rex Ryan was talking about how Ehedebo is a pro as a 32-year-old player, plenty of starting experience. He says he brings a physical element to his game, and one thing that Rex Ryan kind of said is that they need their players to be a little bit more physical as they go forward here. So with Ehedebo coming in, it was kind of interesting to watch him at practice because he was getting one-on-one time with Rob Ryan, which was especially interesting, only because we hadn't really seen any in-season ads get that type of face time with someone who's as important to the defense as Rob Ryan is. And then as they were going through walkthroughs with the secondary, he was at anywhere Corey Graham was going, so was James Ehedebo. So that, to me, means potentially we could see Ehedebo transitioning into a role that Corey Graham is playing right now as more of an in-the-box safety, and Corey Graham maybe shifts over to that deep middle sort of safety that helps prevent the big plays that Robert Blanton has given up so many times over the past couple of weeks. So that's an interesting one, as well as nickel corner. Kevon Seymour, the rookie, was getting some time with the first team as the nickel corner over Nickel Roby-Coleman. Obviously, Rex Ryan not happy with him either. On the offensive line, Chantrell Henderson was working next to Jordan Mills with the first team offense, so that position is very much up for grabs for him. I mean, Chantrell, it's hard not to root for the guy after going through what he did at the end of last year with Crohn's disease. Battled all the way back, looks faster, looks more explosive. We'll see if he can take advantage of the opportunity over a player like Mills, who has certainly struggled over the past few weeks. And then at center, there's a competition because Rex Ryan said so, but if the way Ryan Groy is talking, the way Richie Incognito talked on Monday, the way that really Tyrod Taylor was talking, it seems as though they all believe that Ryan Groy will be the starting center against Cincinnati as opposed to Patrick Lewis. So we'll have to see as it kind of goes along at practice here for the next few days, but it seems like that's the way some of the starting positions are shaping up at the moment. We'll know more on Thursday and Friday as we get to practice. But for now, from New Era Field on Wednesday, November 16th, I'm Joe Buscaglia. We'll talk to you next time.